Hello, I'm Liliana Espinosa. I go to UT Health San Antonio, and I am a graduate researcher in the neuroscience discipline.
Hi, I'm Dr. Carrie Boychuk. I'm an assistant professor in the Department of Cellular and Integrative Physiology here at UT Health San Antonio. My lab is an autonomic neurophysiology lab that focuses on the regulation of the parasympathetic nervous system. This particular component of your nervous system is really important in health, and one of the critical factors is that we don't have a lot of targets for it. So as you age or as you have a disease like, say, hypertension, your parasympathetic nervous system activity will go down. And so our lab is focusing on understanding the circuitry that is important in regulating that system and how we can improve its activity, either as you age or as you become in a disease state.
And I conduct research in Dr. Boychuk's lab, where my project is targeting to identify the changes that happen in the parasympathetic drive as a system is challenged with a diet that is high in fats. And the current research that we are conducting would not be possible without the American Heart Association.
One of the most important components of American Heart Association funding is its supreme support of training grants, specifically of trainees and early investigators. So I, for example, received my first American Heart grant as what is called a Career Development Award. This is specifically to target young junior investigators in a very pivotal point in their career when they're moving from a very mentored position that we call a postdoc career or postdoc position, and we move them into their ultimate assistant professor. So this grant allowed me to make that transition to the position that I have today.
Their support of training awards also facilitated me in obtaining a predoctoral grant in order to fund my graduate research. This is extremely important because it's allowed me to obtain funding at a very early stage in my career and give me the experience that I will need once I move forward with my academic career. I was particularly thankful for this opportunity because the American Heart Association is one of the few funding agencies that actually allowed me, a deferred action applicant, to apply for this grant.
Ever since I was an undergraduate student, I actually have been interested in the cardiovascular system. This interest has really driven my scientific work to date. In particular, I was fortunate enough to get into a cardiovascular lab as an undergrad and begin my research. As I progressed through my research interests, I ended up in a lab that studied cardiovascular autonomic neurophysiology as well. My PI at the time also had American Heart funding and encouraged us to apply to the association's other funding opportunities. So when it came my turn to apply for this Career Development Award, it seemed natural, I guess, as someone who was interested in cardiovascular research, to apply to a foundation and association that viewed cardiovascular work as so critical to its mission.
After I joined Carrie's lab, I was also working in the cardiovascular system, and she actually told me about the predoctoral grant that is offered to students like myself. So I guess it was passed down, and we hope that it will continue to help other students like myself down the road.
Because of corporate sponsors and individual donors, we're able to conduct the cutting-edge research that we're doing today.
We hope that this in the long term will lead to better therapeutic interventions so that patients can obtain a more complete management of their disease.